Hello and welcome to Business 360. I'm Arundhati Ramanan and here are the top headlines that we're tracking for you this evening. Market ends at a record high. Nifty scales mount 20,000 for the first time. Financials along with Reliance Industries are the major contributors. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman hold the first leaders' meeting of the Strategic Partnership Council in New Delhi. Indian and Saudi companies sign over 24 MOUs from IT, agriculture and pharma, among other sectors. Major milestone for India as the G20 summit comes to a close. A consensus on the declaration, induction of African Union under its presidency bolsters India's diplomatic prowess. Announcement of the India-Middle East-Europe corridor is likely to counter to China's Belt One Road initiative. US-based GQG Partners buys over 5 crore shares worth 479 crore rupees from IDFC First Bank's V. Vaidyanathan. He tells CNBC-TV18 that he needed to pay 229 crore rupees to IDFC Bank to subscribe to stock options, and money from the sale of shares gets directly reinvested in the bank. Jet Airways founder NareshGoyal breaks down several times in court during his remand hearing in a money laundering case, says he has multiple ailments and requests the courts to let him be admitted in a private hospital. Goyal's lawyer argues that no money laundering took place. The business tycoon's 10-day ED custody ends today. Enough of this dilly-dally business, warns the Supreme Court to SpiceJet chairman Ajay Singh, gives him one last chance for payment of dues to Credit Suisse. Apex Court warns of drastic action if Ajay Singh fails to pay before the 15th of September. Rain deficit of 11% so far makes it the first below normal monsoon for India in 8 years. Met Department expects some improvement in rains in September to make up for the August deficit to some extent. Death toll from the powerful earthquake that rocked Morocco on Friday rises to more than 2,100. Over 3 lakh people have been affected by the quake, as per the United Nations estimates. Residents of Marrakesh sleep on the streets for the 3rd night in a row as rescue operations continue. Those were the headlines that we're tracking for you this evening, but straight to what was a record-breaking day on Dalal Street. All major indices hit a new peak in trade today. Nifty crossed that 20,000 mark for the first time, gaining over 176 points. Sensex gained over 500 points to go past 67,000. The mid-cap rally continued, and that index hit yet another record high in trade. Here are some reactions from market experts.
I think this is time where, yes, on one side we should celebrate 20,000 Nifty, but please remember that this is also time to exercise some amount of caution. As you go down capitalization, valuation should become cheaper. In current market, it is becoming expensive. Lower the market cap, higher the valuation. Generally, such kind of valuation don't last long. So buy quality, buy stocks at reasonable price, buy stocks with a longer-term horizon, not with the momentum, and enjoy the party, but be responsible.
You know, all milestones are good, and particularly a happy occasion when the milestones are on the positive side. So I would say it's just a number, 20,000, but it's definitely a big number. And I think it's clearly reflecting obviously the strength in the economy, all the good things which are happening from the leadership of the country perspective in terms of growing India's importance in the global economic order, as well as the focus on growth. And obviously, you know, despite the Nifty being at 20,000, it's not that we are in a crazy kind of a zone, at least as far as the Nifty P multiples are concerned. So I think all in all, it's been a pretty good, I would say, the past few months.
So we are at a record high, but what's next? Prashant Nair is here with some interesting data. Prashant?
Thanks very much for that. So finally, the wait is over and we made a new all-time high, which the previous high was 19,992. And of course, consequently, after that, we hit that 20,000 level as well. So, it's a number, right? 20,000. As you keep going higher, you will scale newer and newer peaks. But it's also you move from talking and speaking out the Nifty values in 19,000 something to 20,000 something. So in that sense, it does feel good. Let's just quickly take a look at valuations and where we stand right now. And this is a very cursory first cut kind of look. On a 1 year forward basis now, as of today's close, we traded 18.5 times on Nifty. If you look at the 10-year average, that is at about 17.5 odd times. So yes, we are slightly higher, but I have to say, this is the average, right? The last 10-year average. If you take a look at the peaks, I mean, the various peaks that the Nifty has had all the way starting from, January 2008, the one which we saw after the current government took power in 2014, in 2018, the high values would be much higher. So this is the average, and as compared to the average, this does look slightly up. But as compared to the previous weeks, I mean, I think we're still some distance away. Just a quick look at what has contributed to this rally on the Nifty. And what I've done is I've taken percentage contribution from the 31st of March this year. Why 31st of March? Because that's basically when the market really took off. And this is what sort of comes through. What this tells you is that it's not just like 1 or 2 or 3 stocks in the Nifty which has contributed to this 15% rally. It's a bunch of things. It's actually quite well distributed. Reliance has contributed 13%. ICICI Bank has contributed 7.5%. L&T some 7%. ITC, and then there is Bajaj Finance as well. And I could go on, but this kind of gives you the sense that it's many stocks and small contributions coming through. Actually, there is only one stock which dragged on the other side, and that was UPL. Now, this is, a Nifty at 20,000 but. And the but basically is the mid and the small cap part of the market. And this is the reason why many out there believe that perhaps it is time now for large caps, the Nifty type of indices, to do better and better as compared to broader markets. Look at the Nifty is up 15% since the 31st of March. Mid cap index is 38 and the small cap index is up 44%. Right? I mean, so far outperforming what the Nifty or the large caps have done. And that's the reason why many veterans believe that perhaps sectors, large weighted sectors like banks, large cap IT, etc., are places to be, which perhaps will do a little better going forward. Back to you.
All right, Prashant, so Nifty there hitting a new record high. Thank you so much for those details. On that note, it is time for us to head into a short break. But coming up next, a special conversation with India's G20 Sherpa, Amitabh Kant. On the other side, stay tuned for that.